What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about The Batman 2, directed by Matt Reeves, and the new script that just came out a few days ago, last week. They said that the script is completed, and we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to give my thoughts and my theories on what I think might be the next villains of the story. And I just want to know, what do you think your theories are on this story also? And you leave that in the comments below. So let's get started. So, we know that they just finished the script. What I think it's going to be is, there's a lot of talk about it being about the Court of Owls and Mr. Freeze. I hope the Penguin has a role in it too. There is rumors that the Catwoman's not going to be in it. But that makes sense because she left at the end of the first film. So we're also going to talk about who else might appear in this film, because I think Robin might show up, and here's why I think that. Because in the beginning of the first film, when he sees the little boy after his father died, he kind of reminds me of the way he looked at Dick Grayson after his parents died, and he took him in and raised him. So I feel like they're going to do something with that in the next film. But yeah, the Penguin show is also really good. Season 2 is supposed to come out also, which I'm excited for that. I'll be doing a review on that here too when that comes out. Because I think what they're gonna do is, this is what I think they should do. They should lead up to the Batman 2 with all the seasons of the Penguin and bring in all the characters who are going to be in the new film. Like, if they're bringing in the Court of Owls, they should introduce them into the Penguin show along with Mr. Freeze. Maybe they mention him, or maybe you'll get to see him before he becomes Mr. Freeze. That'd be awesome. I really think they should do something like that with this Penguin show. That's the best thing about this new Batman universe. They can bring in these characters from any point in the show, and that would be really cool. Like, they showed the Joker at the end of part 1. They showed the Riddler. They showed the Penguin. They showed 4 different villains in the first film, and the Penguin got a TV show. So rather, they're going to do 2 things here. They're going to make a Joker TV show with the new Joker, which I think they should do. That would be awesome. Or they make another Penguin season, which I think they are doing, and then when they do that, they can expand on not just Penguin, but other villains that they add to the movie. Like, maybe they'll add Harley Quinn or Ra's al Ghul. But yeah, in the next film, I'm pretty sure the next villains are going to be either the Court of Owls, Mr. Freeze, or probably the Penguin. He's definitely going to be in it, because at the end of the season 1, they showed the bat signal. So what would be cool is, if there wasn't going to be announcing a season 2, if they weren't announcing a season 2, it'd be cool if in the Batman 2, it literally starts out right at that moment after the end of season 1 of the Penguin. That would be a cool, like wrap up. Like, they wrapped up season 1 and now it's going right into the second film. Kind of like how they did with Captain Marvel and the Avengers at the end with Endgame. It kind of just leads right into it. But yeah, that is going to be interesting. And I also want to talk about Robert Pattinson returning as Batman. I think he did a fantastic job in the first film. He definitely was a really cool comic book accurate Batman. I hope, though, for the second film, that they make the suit a little different and you see more of his Bruce Wayne than just his Batman, because that was what was missing. That was what's missing from the first film. It was his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne needs more work. And I think the way they could do that is they show more of him trying to be more Bruce Wayne than Batman. Because I think that's what Bruce needs in order to be a better hero. He needs to show more of his other side than just Batman. Because in the first film, he's like 96% Batman and 4% Bruce Wayne. Or more like 98% Batman and 2% Bruce Wayne. Somewhere around there. Whatever's better for you guys. But yeah, But in the next one, I hope they introduce the Batjet and maybe some new cars or new vehicles he drives. It took them a while for this script. This script took them a few years. Well, I understand there was a lot going on around that time. But I am excited, though, because James Gunn said that he read the script and he said it was awesome. And if James Gunn thinks it was really good, then I'm excited because he did a good job with Superman, which I also covered on this channel. If you want, you can go check that out in my channel. But yeah, there's a lot of people saying that they want this Batman to be a part of James Gunn's DC universe. I don't think that would be a good idea, and here's why. This Batman's too grounded in reality to be a part of that big cinematic universe. Plus, I would like the guy from The Reacher, the actor from The Reacher, to play Batman. He's always saying he wants to play Batman. He would be an awesome Batman. He's huge. And with Catwoman, I hope they bring Catwoman back because they need to expand more on her story with Bruce. And I really enjoyed their story in the first one. I think they had a lot of good chemistry on the set. I hope they bring her back. If not, there's always the third and final film, which they're probably going to bring her back for. But Mr. Freeze would be an awesome villain. We haven't seen him since like 98 or something, since the George Clooney Batman film, which is probably one of the worst Batman films ever created in DC history because it's so corny. It's such a Hollywood film that they just did not care about. And they knew they didn't care about it because the writing is awful. The acting's even worse. And I still can't believe Arnold Schwarzenegger decided to do that film because it was so bad. It's so bad. The writers and the people who made the film actually went on to an interview and apologized for how bad it was. Can you imagine making a movie and you have to apologize for making it because it did so poorly? Like, that's sad. But anyway, this Batman film is definitely underrated. I think a lot of people had speculation about it because when the first film came out, no one liked the fact that Patterson was going to be Batman. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought he didn't look like Batman. I think he did a great job. I was one of those people who was kind of skeptical about him being Batman. But everyone talked when Heath Ledger got cast as the Joker, and look how he did. He put on one of the best performances in DC ever. Christopher Nolan did a fantastic job with those films. Every film of those feels more spiritual than it does like a Batman. It's more like a spiritual journey with Batman. And that is why I love those films. They did such an amazing job with them. And I really hope that they can bring more characters into this new universe. Like, they could bring more villains, because I don't want everything to be revolved around the Joker in this film, mainly because it's always the Joker. Like, how many times are we going to see Batman fight the Joker? It's in comics, it's in the video games, it's in the Lego movies and the Lego games, it's in the friggin' TV shows, the animated stuff. Like, that's enough. We've seen the Joker 1,000 times, and I love the Joker. He's probably one of my favorite DC villains. But we just gotta take a break from the Joker. Give some other villains some time to shine. We have Mr. Freeze, we have Two-Face, we have the Penguin, we have Catwoman, we have Poison Ivy, we have Clayface. Like, we have all these villains, and they don't want to do anything with them. Like, why do you have all these villains, all these different story arcs for all these characters if you're not going to use them? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But I do like the fact that there wasn't really as much as the Joker as there should have been in this film. There was supposed to be another film that got cut. That was a deleted scene from the first Batman film. But I am glad that you see him at the end. It kind of just confirms that he's in the universe. So here's what I think's going to happen with the second film. It's going to be the Court of Owls Batman discovers them and he's trying to take them down, and then Mr. Freeze shows up probably, and now he's got two big things to deal with. He's got Mr. Freeze in the Court of Owls, so he probably is going to have to fight Mr. Freeze, and but he's probably not going to be alone. He's probably going to have Robin. Robin is definitely going to be a crucial part of the next film. That is my theory. If I'm wrong, then I'll come on here again and say that I was wrong. But this is just a theory. Don't take my word for it. But Batman is definitely going to be probably my most anticipated film for 2027 or 2026, whenever it's coming out. They delayed the film so many times, it's hard to even count how many times they delayed it. But what I hope they do is they change the suit. I loved the suit in part 1. I definitely did. It's just the neck piece is annoying. I don't like the collar piece. It's so weird. I don't like that he has a collar around his neck. It looks strange. It looks like it looked dumb. He looked like he was wearing a turtleneck. And like, why does Batman have a turtleneck on his suit? It's weird. The suit reminded me a little bit of the Arkham games, because it was like very like armor like, because Batman took like a lot of bullets in that movie. Like, if you count, he definitely takes at least maybe 15 or 20 bullets in that film. I don't even know how that suit can take that many bullets. With Catwoman, I hope they do more of the comic book look, the leather. I mean, they kind of did it in this, but the mask was weird. I hope they do like the more comic book accurate look. That would be awesome. For the Penguin, I hope they give him a top hat, just like in the comic books. I hope they give him the glass eye, the top hat, the umbrella. That is the definitive comic book version of the Penguin. I really want them to do that. There has to be. I really hope someone makes a universe where they just make everyone look exactly the way they look in the comic books. That's kind of like what James Gunn did with Superman, like his suit and all. It looked a little bulky, but it still looked kind of like the original did with Christopher Reeves. But yeah, let me know, who is your favorite actor who's ever played Batman? There's a few good ones and there's a few really bad ones. But between all the Batman films that have come out, the Batman is probably one of the best ones. It's on the top 5 with the Dark Knight trilogy. I think the Dark Knight is number 1. The Batman is number 2. Michael Keaton's Batman movie, that's number 3. And not many good ones yet. They're like the only 3 good ones. Because the other ones are just corny and weird. Oh, I almost forgot. The Batman Returns. That's number 4. That's also with Michael Keaton. And number 5, I mean, it's not really a Batman film, but it focuses a lot more on Batman than it does on Superman. I'll just put the Batman vs. Superman, because that's basically Batman. Half that film revolves around him. I don't know why they didn't just make that a Batman film. I mean, it made no sense to me why they would put so much into that film. That was strange to me. That was one of the reasons why that film didn't work out. But I hope that we see like other villains in the new one. Maybe Clayface. I would love to see that. I've seen like fan theories that he could be in the next one, or Killer Croc. That would be insane. I would love to see that, mainly because Killer Croc and Clayface are 2 most underrated supervillains in the Batman universe. And I just really like those characters, especially from playing the video games a lot. The video games definitely shine more on those characters and tell you a little bit more about them, because Clayface is in Arkham City and he was like impersonating the Joker, and Killer Croc, you basically see him in every single Arkham game. But yeah, those 2 are definitely characters I would love to see more of. And one more thing before we wrap this up. If you guys are going to see Batman, let me know what your thoughts will be about it when it comes out, or let me know your theories now about it in the comments section. And let me know, when do you think we will get a teaser trailer for the Batman 2, because they just started making it. They just finished the script, so they're probably going to start shooting soon for that film. I'd say I give that film about 1.5 years before we see any real content for it, like any photos, any set photos, any teaser trailers, any announcements for it. We're not going to see a lot of that until later of 2026, probably by this time next year. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, leave the bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.